Good afternoon, morning. Yeah, afternoon for Marisol and I, morning for Maria, who's back in Australia. Though not at home in Australia. She's somewhere else in the greater Brisbane area.
Well,
Um,
kids.
what?
Yep. I mean, kids.
I
Kids.
don't.
Way far from Brisbane. It's 2 days
Uh,
away from Brisbane, but
Oh
yeah.
my
so
God.
so the other
Yeah.
direction.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
keep
know my
That's
forgetting
okay.
every
Australia.
once in a
I know
while.
my Australian geography way better than when I met you.
That's good.
I forget every once in a
Don't
while
worry.
how big
It's not
Australia
important.
actually is.
Oh, it's huge.
Massive.
Be- Believe me, it's not important.
Uh,
It's far north. That's why they call it far north Queensland, because it's
Far
far.
north Queensland, the the far
There's
north
no.
Florida of Australia.
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
Amazing.
Now, since it's hotter in the north there than in the
Mm-hmm.
south, does that
Mm-hmm.
mean that you're in the truly crazy part? Because in
Yes.
Florida here, the hotter it gets, the crazier they are.
Hmm.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I
Florida
mean,
doesn't
it's
need heat
truly.
to be crazy, though. Florida
No,
is just
no, no, it
already like
doesn't.
that. They're
I mean,
built different.
even northern Florida is pretty crazy.
They're built different there.
But southern Florida is absolutely insane.
I believe it. I don't trust that whole state.
Yeah.
They got
Yeah.
Florida
This
man
is
and gators. I don't trust it.
the
So
the
so
only thing is that Cairns, where I am, this is actually the city, so it's actually less. It's like last night I went to see actually to a ballet kind of
Ooh.
oh,
performance.
so it's like
That's actually
Austin.
an yeah, yeah, if you
Because
like.
like my uncle Adam lives in
Or
Austin
my
and he takes umbrage when you say he lives in Texas.
yeah, right. Yeah, look,
It's like
it's
I
a
live in
mix.
Austin,
It's a
not
mix.
Texas.
There's a difference.
It's a mix. It's a mix. Look, it's so it was actually an indigenous ballet. It's called the Bangara Dance Theater,
Ooh.
and it
Oh,
was actually so there was like it's considering what I spoke about last time
right.
about the
The
referendum
the
and
the,
how
the
they said no to all this the Aboriginal voice in Parliament. So anyway, it was a full house and everybody they got a standing ovation and it was beautiful and it told the whole history of the Aboriginals in Australia from they call it the
Amazing.
dream time. The dream time is when they lived off the land and before
when they
white men
lived
came.
unbothered by stupid white people.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
The root of all the
where
world's problems.
and then the the invasion and slavery and the dispossession and all that stuff. So yeah, so that's what I did last night. So
That
it's
sounds fun.
just
Nice.
it's yeah. Whereas where I actually live all the time, it's actually a small town south of here, which is well, it's a bit of an arty town, but
Okay.
yes, but it's sort of more rural, and around
We
there
have
there are a
rural arty
little bit
towns
more.
too.
Yeah,
Like
so
the
there's
ones
a
where all the rural towns around you think you're weird.
yeah,
Okay. I
yeah,
know that kind of town. My
yeah.
dad and
That's where I
stepmom
live.
live in that kind of town.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
That's
goodness.
us. Yeah. So we have a really great art community and an art center and stuff. But around us, there's all these,
But yeah, 10 minutes in any
banana
direction
plantations.
and it's like
Woohoo! Yeah, exactly.
you just
Anyway,
walked into deliverance.
yeah. Look, to be honest, nowhere is as crazy as American crazy. So
Yeah,
let's
no, we
just
got
say that. Yeah,
everybody
I
beat
don't
on
think so.
crazy.
I don't think I mean,
yeah, yeah.
no.
So it's a
No,
lot
We
I'd
have
less
like to
Florida.
crazy.
claim that there were.
No,
I
no,
feel
yeah,
like in
no.
my lifetime there have been places that were as crazy.
Fair.
Mm.
But
But we also have Florida and Wisconsin.
I
So,
feel like at some point in the last 20 years we decided that, damn it, we had to be number one at something, and the easiest thing to be number one at was crazy
Yeah, that
because
sounds about
nobody
right.
else was fighting for the title.
Yeah, I don't know
Well,
what happened. He used
look
to
at who
be
we got
number
here.
one. He used to be number one at so many good things.
I mean, it's like we're deliberately running up our golf score because we don't realize that it's the lowest number that wins.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Mm.
oh, this
I
is
mean, like,
awesome. I just see I've got 91. You've only got 14.
well, look who we got to work with. We got Florida man in the
Oh
south.
my God.
We got Wisconsin in the north, which is basically the Florida of the north. We have
Hey,
Ohio,
hey,
which is just
Milwaukee
Ohio.
and Madison are pretty cool.
They are exempt from this. They are
Uh,
exempt from the Wisconsin diss.
and
We have Ohio, which doesn't
since I
exist.
think that Florida can really only say that St. Petersburg is cool.
Mm.
That means that Wisconsin is like way ahead of Florida and probably even way ahead of Texas, where it's really just Austin.
Mm.
I mean, Wisconsin has a Democratic governor.
Mm. Mm.
I mean, remember that.
True.
Democrats can win statewide office in Wisconsin. In fact, they often do. The reason it's crazy is because everything's gerrymandered in Wisconsin. So even with like 40% of the vote, Republicans can have 60% of the legislature.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then they do stuff like they get themselves into the school boards and
Yep.
shit, and start doing all this book banning crap.
And that's when we get really
listen.
fucked.
But let's talk Love and Rockets. Let's talk Love and Rockets.
Yeah, let's stop that. Yeah.
Enough ripping on the states. We can do
when
that
we get to
later.
the letters pages, we'll be able to get political again because one of the letters was very happy that Love and Rockets had been political in the last couple of issues.
And there were others that were like, "Oh, you're being too political."
Yeah, no,
they
the
got
letters page was
shitty.
fun. This one, we will spend some time with the letters page.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But first, let's look at this cover. I love this cover.
I love this cover. Yeah. Yeah.
Maggie and Hopi in the back of a car.
van.
City, like a small city, but a city in the background.
Yeah.
It just makes me happy that they're like reunited again.
Yeah.
Yeah, just living the punk life, the sort of post-punk life, probably, because they got, they look like hippies now.
Yeah, with the long hair.
Yeah, and very funny that Maggie's trying her hand at a bit of singing, like she's trying to see where the hook is. I don't know if they're just trying to make money. No.
And then meets Ray's ex and gets all freaked out because she's in the
really
shark
skinny
suit and has the nice hairdo and is way too skinny.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cute.
I don't.
A lot of cartoony stuff.
This is I'm used to 9-panel grids from Jaime. 12-panel grids.
Yeah.
It crams a lot into these 2 pages.
Yeah.
It does.
I mean, it's a massive amount. Yeah.
A lot of
Ned the Wino.
Yeah.
The assassin nuns.
I mean, it's just a fun, jealous Maggie.
I love that Hopi just finds it amusing, and that she's kind of like, she's not nonplussed about Ray. Like she's quite,
I love how Maggie turns it around on her too. The not everybody makes sarcastic and spiteful comments. She might actually mean it.
Yeah, because Hope is
right.
Yeah, Hope is she's just cynical about everybody. Yeah.
Oh goodness.
And after that very short time with Maggie and Hopi, we go immediately into
Poison River part
Poison River
3.
Part 3, and this is a pretty big
Well,
turning point for Luba.
Yeah.
And
So
how old
we
is
inter-
she here? 14, maybe
Yeah, she's
15?
very young, maybe
so
15.
young teenager.
You know, they won't say, or she won't say how old. You know, the line is old enough.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, in Mexico, I think 15 is pretty much old enough.
Well,
Yeah.
and we're not even in
Yeah.
Mexico. We're somewhere in Central America. You know, they've never
Yes. Oh,
specifically
yeah, that's
said
true.
Yeah.
where
But it's like
Palomar is except Central America.
Yeah,
some
that's true.
pueblo, right?
But we've also
Yeah.
you know, given what we've seen in earlier Poison River, it's a war-torn nation in
Central America.
Central America.
Yeah, which might be Nicaragua because they did
Right.
mention Somoza, but but
Right.
somewhere in there. Yeah, it's true. But it's all one region, let's face it. It's Mesoamerica. It's the region, so could be any of those countries. So we are introduced to Peter, who's
Yep.
this
Our
older
conga player.
band
Don't call him
member.
Pedro.
Yeah,
So creepy.
yeah.
Like
He must
that
be
that
like 40, or well,
at
his,
least. Like
Yeah.
that
He's not
bottom
young.
panel on like
I mean, he could be mid-30s just because, you know,
I guess,
you
yeah.
can age from work and whatnot, but like
Mm,
mid-30s is the bare minimum. And
yeah,
yeah.
like 50s is inside the realm of reasonable.
yeah. I would
Yeah.
say he's about
Ick.
40.
Ick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but then, you
Uh,
know, the other two went off and wind up being jealous. They're like, wait, you didn't have to actually do it. He just kissed your belly button.
mm,
You
Like he didn't
know,
really do
bigger
anything.
than that, dog. I'll be walking like John Wayne for a week.
yeah. Yeah, they obviously go out there to get in trouble, those girls.
Right. Luba's still living with the ants. The
Yeah.
one doesn't like her, and the other is severely
That's-
disabled.
Yeah.
She has figured
Yeah.
out that she doesn't like the young boy.
Pino. Yeah. He comes up later, doesn't he,
I
Pino?
think he does.
Yeah. Okay. I think isn't he? Oh no, that's Gato. Gato that married
Right.
people. Yeah. Later on. Yeah. I forgot.
And we get
He looks a bit like
first
Gato.
hammer.
Yeah. Well, she needed it because
Yep.
she's working in the
We get
in the
she's working in the
bathhouse.
bathhouse. So this
Yeah.
is the origin of the bathhouse,
Yeah.
but also it's the origin of don't fuck with Luba.
Mhm.
Yeah. And the hammer. Yeah.
This is where they learned.
Yeah. That might be my favorite panel of this book is just her with the hammer.
Yeah.
You know,
What?
the hands reaching towards her and she's got her eyes squinted and the hammer
Yeah.
just ready to go.
Yeah. Totally.
And then after screaming and lightning coming from her head as she gets pulled off by the other or one of the other girls, I almost feel like there's an extra leg in there. So are there two other girls there, or see that bottom panel, Maria?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
no,
that's
okay,
the guy.
So.
this leg is
That's
hers.
the guy.
No. Because
No.
initially it felt like this leg is the girl pulling her.
Yeah,
off.
the girl
It
behind. The girl
felt like
behind her.
that leg was hers initially, and I'm like, 1, 2.
No,
How
no.
does Luba have 3 legs?
No, that's the girl behind her.
Right.
Yeah. And that's Luba getting pulled back,
I don't
she's-
care if he dies.
Yeah.
And you know, you can
Yeah.
just see how much she's been through already
Mhm.
Yeah.
in her eyes.
She's obviously, yeah. And I guess, she's got that hammer ready because she's obviously been through this before, where men just try to take advantage, or maybe she's already got to take advantage of,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. Like
And
at such a
she's
young
just,
age, she's already seen too much.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, when I
Yeah.
say
or
when she says I don't care if he dies, she's also got the look on her face that's just like, I don't care if I live or die. He
Mm-hmm.
dies, fine.
Mm,
I get in trouble for it, fine. Whatever.
mm,
Life sucks.
Doesn't matter.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, her eyes are just so dead in these scenes.
yeah, and in that, you know, when she's in that panel with the legs, like that's absolute rage. Like she's,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
there's you know, there's lightning
That's that
coming
feminine
off of
rage.
her. Yeah, you know,
Now we've
and
got
PTSD and everything,
resigned.
you know.
I mean, in these 9 panels, you've got resigned, I'm doing my job, whatever, to okay, this is your one chance, to one panel of panic, followed
Yeah,
by
I'm
absolute blinding
done.
rage, and then back
Mhm.
to resigned, whatever. All in the
Yeah,
span of like a minute.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which again, given the last 2 chapters of Poison River, you know, she comes by all of this honestly, but this explains so much. The Luba
Yeah.
that we've loved and been frustrated with since her first appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
This really explains why she is the way she is, and why she does
and
what
I
she
love
does.
how you got the Pedro up on the wall here.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Pedro that
reminder
hates.
of the
Yeah.
yeah, the reminder of the racist kind of iconography of this,
Right.
you know, this
And the
mm,
great Gilbert skies in the bottom panels.
yeah,
On page
And then
18.
in that billboard, also like the character from the book that Ophelia was teaching her from.
yeah, that's
I
right.
think so. Yeah, I think she learned to
Yeah,
read
yeah,
from.
from Pedro. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, and the communists, the leftists were saying you should be teaching her this stuff because it's
Yep.
racist and rubbish. Yeah, but that's the
And the dancing.
dichotomy of growing up.
It's like she enjoys the dancing but doesn't want to talk about it.
Nope.
He calls her tuba. Oh, wait a minute. This is the scene where he talks about the Peter, not Pedro. So that sign there was foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a reminder. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, and he gets rough with her the one time. But then of course
She's not having it.
Yeah. But then of course shows up the next day. I'm so sorry. I'm here to marry your
Mhm.
come on before he changes his
The
mind.
fucking who is that? The aunt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tia Hilda.
Tia Alicia?
So
Yeah, like wake
she
up,
gets
it's your
married
wedding
off.
day. That's so messed up.
Well, what's
Like
messed up is
suddenly,
how she's
good morning, you're
dancing as
getting
they
married
drive
today.
away.
What's that?
What's messed up is how the aunt's dancing as they drive away.
Yeah.
I just
Well,
sent my 14-year-old off with this old man that I don't know from Adam.
yeah.
I swear that woman could not wait to get rid of her.
Let's do a little dance.
Mm.
Luba
And you
tries.
think, you know, like she's earning money for them. It's not like I don't. Yeah. She just.
Yeah, it's like she's not contributing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love these
the-
bottom 3 panels where
Mhm.
the text just gets bigger
Mm-hmm.
and the characters get bigger and then it zooms out to make room for them yelling at each other.
Mm. Yeah, it's very, I guess it's that desert environment. He's really communicating the desert. Like
They're
it's
in the middle of nowhere.
very desolate, you know. And then, yeah, they're just yelling at each other across a very big expanse of space. And like she had
So
nowhere
that
to
he's not
go,
going to hit her
basically.
and go ahead and come with me.
Yep. It's like basically, where are you gonna go? This is the middle of the desert.
Yeah. And then we find out that he's married.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a wife and a woman and a kid.
Woof.
Yep. And they've already been informed.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then back to Jaime.
so messy, but
Mm.
it's a sad reality for some people.
Well, it's very Latin American, isn't it?
It is. It is very Latin American. I will not disagree.
Let's face it, my dad had two families. What can I say?
Yeah, that's not
It's not uncommon.
much more common, I'd say, in the old country.
And this is before
I'm
the
sure this
computer
still
age,
goes
so it's
on
not
now.
easy to check your marriage.
Oh, yeah.
license.
No,
Okay. Wait a minute.
I guarantee that still goes on now, but
Oh, for
maybe
sure.
more so in like the pueblos or the country and the
In the old, the old
less
days, yeah.
less like densely populated areas, I want to say, or less industrious areas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't
well,
get
we lived
the
in,
I don't
wanting
want to
we
say
to
lived
the
in the
country
city,
because
and
I
my
don't think
dad still did it.
I don't think this just happens in the country either. So
No,
I don't
no,
get the wanting to have
we were
multiple
city
sets of
folk.
kids. That part seems really hard.
it does.
What's
Like,
that?
why? It
You
seems like
know.
so much. Like one family is already a lot. I don't understand how some people want to
Yeah.
have two.
Oh, yeah, no. I don't understand that. Well, what happened was that, for example, in our case, my dad basically already had children with this other lady when he met my mother, and I think my mother insisted on getting married, and so he married her, and then they started he had children with both of them.
Oh gosh.
Side by side, I have a younger sister, and but what happened was that he basically took care of his other family, and my mother took care of us. She had her own business, and he didn't contribute to our household. He basically looked after them. So
Wow.
you know, so my mother was like a single mother, and except that my
Right.
dad used to come every second night. He would come and stay with us, so we saw him every second night. But special occasions like Father's Day, he wasn't there. He was with the other kids. So it's really,
Damn.
yeah.
When did you find out about the other family?
Quite. My mother found out, a couple of years into the marriage. Yeah, a few years into it. And then so I heard her complain when I was a child. I mean, you're quite young. I found out about. Yeah,
So
I
she
think
knew
by the
about it
time.
quite young, but he still got to come every other night.
Yeah, look, she tried to divorce him, and he was like, "No, no, I want to be there for my children."
And then we see how well he did with that.
I mean, I
And
hope this is like too personal of a question, but were there any more children after she found out?
yeah,
Oh no.
well,
Oh no.
well, he was very charming. I don't know.
Okay.
Yes, he still had, yeah. But like I said, I'm the youngest, and I have a younger sister, and I know that my mom knew about it. Yeah, before me.
Wow.
So, but he was a very bit of a Casanova. I'm sure I have other children that I mean other siblings that I don't know about.
Yeah.
These are the ones I know of.
They're somewhere
Because-
out there, maybe. Who
Oh,
can
for
say?
sure.
Goodness.
But yeah, no, that's and you know and we were like we were like peasants or anything. You know what I mean? And look, it happens a lot in Latin America. So
Yeah.
and a lot of I met other friends who were like, oh yeah, this is she's my father's child from another, from a different woman or whatever.
Mhm.
There was a lot of that. Yeah, like we all had half siblings from
It's shockingly
our
common.
fathers. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, hey, sometimes it's like with my family, sometimes it's the mothers too. My grandma was like that. She had
Oh, okay.
6 children with 4 different men and only married one of
Whoa.
them.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
There you
see,
go.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't want to sound like a lech, but that like makes more sense to me than marrying multiple people and trying to have kids with multiple people and trying to not have them know that you're having children
Oh,
with.
once my mother knew, we knew.
That's
And
true.
so so they had an arrangement, like, oh
Mhm.
well, every second night you go to your other kids,
And I mean,
and he was like, I want to
sense
come
me
and
too, though.
be
If
with
I
my
was your mother,
children.
he would have been paying.
Oh yeah.
It's like you show up and you bring grocery money. I know I
Yeah,
got a
no.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
You bring grocery money, you're sleeping on the couch.
Mhm.
yeah.
You sleep on the
I-
couch anyway.
But he saw it like we actually, my mother did better than he did. He had his own business too, but
Yeah,
my
doesn't
mother's
matter.
business was better than his business. I know. It's just my mother was funny. She was just
Right.
like, look, In fact, when after my father died, and like my mother paid for the funeral because his family couldn't afford the funeral.
Wow.
He died at their house. It's a long story,
I
but
don't know.
yeah,
Shouldn't it be whoever's house he dies at has to take care of him?
well, they
You would think.
they couldn't. They didn't know what to. The other lady wasn't. She wasn't. My mother was. I don't know.
Was that because
My
of
mother
the
had.
third
My,
family?
my mother had more
Was-
agency.
Was
You
all
know.
of the money going to the third family, Maria?
Oh.
Yeah, maybe he had a third.
Oh no.
I don't know. Yeah, but
Sorry.
my mother.
That was a horrible joke. I just had to.
It's possible. Who knows? Oh, look, at this stage, who cares? But my mother had more agency. She was a business owner. She was like, okay, like she went there and she was like, they haven't done anything. Okay, I'll take care of it. So she organized everything,
Right.
Yeah.
and
She
she
had
had
more
it.
independence.
She made it happen because it was like, oh, if I don't do anything, he's gonna just rot there in their house,
Mm.
And she wanted for us to have a funeral. She didn't care about what
Right.
he
Right.
can rot there for all she cared, but she wanted us to
Yeah.
to have a funeral and to so she did it for us. She didn't do it for
Right.
them,
Right.
and yeah, so it was like
So how's your relationship with your half siblings?
um I get along with my sister. She's an artist. She's an amazing artist.
Nice.
Yeah, and so we have met now in the last few years.
So
And yeah, the
it wasn't
others.
like you got to know each other at the time. It became later that you met.
Yeah, we kind of met at the time, but because of but yeah, we never we kind of have
So
connected.
dad wasn't allowed to take all of the kids to the park at once.
No, no,
You gotta do it
no.
in
He used to,
groups.
yeah, he used to come and take us out and stuff, But yeah, we. I mean, I met my old other brothers. They were all older than me and stuff. There's another artist, But yeah, I'm not in contact with them. But yeah, I mean, it's I'm sort of in contact online. I have an older sister, much older sister. Yeah. But yeah, they just live. They live. Some of them live in America and Philadelphia, and some live. Yeah, so we just all live all over the place. So. In fact, my artist brother lives in New Orleans. He's actually a really good artist as well. So my dad could draw. Yeah, but my mom was also quite good with her hands, and she could she was a hairdresser and she could do crafts and stuff. So they were both kind of good
Artistic.
Yeah.
Nice.
So.
Very cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. Anyway,
there's a silver lining everywhere.
The good thing is they weren't spankers. They weren't abusive, so that's good.
Yeah,
so
that's always good.
Definitely a bonus.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, because all the stories my mother has told about discipline growing up in Mexico.
Right. Yeah, it can be
wasn't
quite
great.
Awful. It can spill into through abuse. Yeah.
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 And when they were coming after you, you run.
With the
You don't have to be faster than the adult. You just have to be faster than your siblings.
When they come at you with the chancla.
That joke's told about bears.
It still applies. It applies.
I mean, I've told that joke, but it's two guys are hiking in the woods and a bear starts running at them, and one of them takes off and the other one stops and starts putting on running shoes, and the guy says, "That's not going to help you outrun a bear." And the guy says, "I don't have to outrun a bear. I just have to outrun you."
I've heard that one before. Oh boy.
Yep, same principle applies.
So let's head
to
back
outrunning your parents
to
when they're
Jaime,
mad.
because this spring 1982 opening
Doyle's origin story.
Well, is it his
kind
origin or it's his return? Isn't it?
Yeah, I thought this was like after.
Because this is after he's been in jail for 2 years.
Yeah, I forget what did he go to jail for.
Yeah. Well, he'll tell you in the story.
Okay.
So we won't spoil it. We'll get to it when we get to it.
Yeah, because I read this earlier this week and I couldn't remember.
But
what he said about like being in jail.
How much like emotion is in so sparse artwork in these 9 panels? You've got him exhausted, peeing without turning the light on. Flushing, going back to bed, where he's clearly lying awake next to the sleeping girlfriend.
And the toilet won't stop flushing.
So he gets up to go fix it. Goes back to bed. It's still going. Stops.
And then he can
that's when he knocks out.
But all in white on black rather than black on white. I wonder if I'd be curious how Jaime did this. I know Frank Miller's talked about sometimes when he does this much black, he'll start with a blackboard and scrape the white rather than the other way around.
Yeah, because it's very pure white.
Right.
I really like these panels for that they chose to do this in white on black instead of black on white.
Well, it's a night scene and it's just a sliver of light hitting the body. It's just maybe moonlight coming from the window or something.
I think he probably turned the light on just to fix the toilet. So you got the light behind him.
Yep.
Well, that's the light. Yeah, the light coming through a door
or whatever.
Yeah.
When he got up
Yeah.
initially, he didn't even turn the light on. So it's just like the moon through the window or something. But he turned on some sort of light when he had to fix the toilet.
fix the toilet. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna get tired of how gorgeous this artwork is.
Oh no. It's so
I
good.
feel like I say that like every third or fourth podcast we do.
Well, I was blown
so
away
good.
with the new issue. He had an issue come out. The new Love and Rockets came out last week, and it was just blown away because like the first page of Jaime's story was just Maggie and Hopi in a diner talking. And remember,
Oh.
they're in like their 50s now.
Yeah.
But he was totally channeling Charlie Brown.
Right.
Hopi had the emotions of Charlie Brown figuring out whether or not Lucy was going to pull the football away. Just like, yeah, he's genius.
Mm.
You know, and I love how he, again, you know, I mean, I've said it before, but I always wind up noticing when I'm digging, I notice like the slam and the like running trails.
Yeah.
Because it's like so much of this is like your typical autobio comic, you know, very sparse, very realistic and whatnot, unless there's something that's better told in pictures than words.
Mm.
And then he'll use the medium to tell that. You know, you could have had something that said, you know, Doyle darted out before anybody could talk to him. But it's not nearly as effective as having, you know, these puffs of smoke and a slam to indicate that he ran by.
Yeah. Well, that's the comic language.
It is, but again, it's the language that you find more in less realistic comics. You find it more
right.
in the
Yeah,
Calvin
it's
and
the
Hobbes or
cartoony.
the Charlie Brown or the Dennis the Menace, you know.
Yeah.
You find it more in the superhero comics than you
Yeah.
know, and I know that you know, in a lot of ways the brothers were, I have to remind myself that the brothers came before Dan Clowes, and the brothers came before Avery Tomini, and the brothers came before Alison Bechtel, because you know, they remind me so much of that sort of work that it's hard to remember that like so little of this type of work had been done when they started doing this type of work. You know, this is fiction, but it reads more like an autobio comic a lot of the time. Yeah. I mean, again, I find myself just being struck by how far ahead of their time they were every time I remind myself when, I mean, this issue came out in 1989. You know,
So long ago.
I love the punk rock coming out of the car.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's her, but doesn't that look awfully Hopi-ish in the corner down there?
Well, no, it is. I think it is.
Is it?
Because it's 1982, so it would be Hopi and someone.
Yeah. I'm just so not used to it not being Maggie. And it's clearly not Maggie.
Right.
Yeah, it's not Maggie. I think it's Hopi being a smartass with someone. Right. I'm not sure who. I haven't seen.
I don't think we've seen that.
That's the only. I think that's the only time we see those characters here. They just
Yeah,
play
it's
their own
just
characters. So,
like well, it's just like a this is about Doyle, so it's
right,
just Hopi going past with someone.
right,
He lives in the same neighborhood, so
right.
that's just
No,
a
but what I mean
little.
is, I don't think we've seen the other three in the car, not just
No.
here, but like in Love and Rockets, which makes me
Yeah,
wonder if it's like the Easter egg to make you think, is that Hopi? Is that not Hopi? And I don't think it's ever dealt with.
no, I
I
don't think it
think the
needs
only
to.
one that's like
Right.
super
I think it's
familiar.
just that there, you know. I think
Yeah.
it's just
I think it's
hope,
just
you
there to
know.
make it feel really familiar.
Well, I think it's just hope he's hanging out with some people,
Right.
and being a little smartass,
Well, don't we
and
know
then making.
Sunglasses Guy from the rest of the crew that like Ray and Speedy hung out with?
Yeah. I mean, we know Votto. I mean, because this is the crew. I
Well,
mean, he's
Vato is
talking to the
just
guys. He's talking to
no,
the
no.
guys that Speedy had a run in with.
Yeah, this guy. Yeah, yeah.
So he's in.
Vato just means dude.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
but
these weren't the guys that were up against Speedy. These weren't they his friends?
yeah, this guy is
His friends.
Carlo. I can't remember his name anymore. Carlito.
Litos.
No, Litos.
I
I
think
think it
that's
might be
Litos.
Litos. It looks a bit like Litos. Mm.
I just remember particularly the guy in the glasses and the tank top.
Yeah,
I think that's just
he's the one who
that's
stuck out
just
in
the
my
way
mind a
they
lot.
that's just the way they dress, but that's just a cholo look.
Yep.
But yeah, but I think that's Litos. Looks very much like him, but it could be
I'm pretty sure
somebody
that's
else.
Litos because he says he knows Doyle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it would be
yeah.
Litos.
And he's also saying I don't sell anymore.
And I
Yeah,
think that
sell
guy
that
with the
shit
hat,
more.
I think, yeah, I think he
Yeah.
looks familiar with the hat. Although he looks a bit muscular. I don't remember him being that. But it could just
And
be
this is your
wardrobe.
first reference to him having been in jail. You out for good or what? So far.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we find out that
He's
the girlfriend's still a stripper. She's just doing house calls now.
with her
She's
friend,
a
right?
super freak. Super freak. She's super freaky. Yeah.
Oh, ladies.
Yeah.
What a wild time to be
He
alive.
does another. There's the toilet running
There's the
again.
toilet again.
Mhm.
So he's having this bad relationship with this girl. She's a bit of a bitch to him. And he's not liking this sort of looking after the money and all that stuff, right?
He's definitely not a fan of any of this.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
somewhere.
and what's her name? The other girl. Oh God, my memory. I'm getting old, man.
No, don't say that.
What's
It
it?
makes me feel
What's
worse
her
about my
name?
garbage memory.
Lily.
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 The new, yeah. So
Lily's
she's
here
sort
now.
of, yes. Oh, good. So Lily's sort of kind of, she's looking at it all from the outside and noticing everything.
So
It's
she's
it's
taking
just so
care
well
of her.
observed, this
Right.
human interaction, right? Like when she's noticing that he's not happy, that the other girlfriend's, not really looking after him. Uh, yeah, and she's kind of like that Stacy, not looking after him. Yeah,
He's staying clean, so they're going to get drugs, and he won't.
yeah. It's a great face, that guy with
Yeah.
the beard. Like such an interesting looking
Well,
character. Like,
I love how look how dejected he is when he's saying we can't keep doing business this way, Stacy. They may start losing customers. It's like you can see that he's like, how am I in this business?
I just want to know, is he
What am
like
I
what
doing
he's?
here?
I just love that it's some kind of ethnicity, but it's like not defined, but it's so realistic. Like it could be
Right,
part Indian. Like it's
right.
just really cool the way, because it's really hard to come up with new faces,
Yeah.
when you're drawing. Like it's so easy to just default into whatever face,
Teddy
And
Jr.
he
presents
and he
Lips
just
Inc. That's the name of the
and
group. Teddy Jr.
yeah,
presents Lips Inc.
God.
but
What
he's
a
just
business name.
yeah. But I just love that he's just he says something with that face. Great.
This party's wild.
And every crowd has all different faces, and you can tell
Yeah.
something about everybody from each face.
Well, and this
It's
this
just
is the
genius. Ugh.
I mean,
They look
this would
disgusting,
be the
those guys.
MAGA crowd now. I mean, it's a
Oh,
bunch of white guys who then pull out a shotgun.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, the only thing missing is a Confederate flag.
Yeah,
Oh, they are just disgusting.
awful.
Yeah.
God.
And totally privileged. No, our time's not up because we said it's
Yeah,
not up. And by the
yeah.
way, we were
We-
never
uh,
gonna pay.
Mhm.
yeah, and we have a shotgun, so there's nothing you can do.
Right,
There's nothing you can do.
What are you gonna
Nothing you
do?
can
Are you bulletproof?
right.
do. Uh, and then yeah, Lily is worried about Doyle.
Doyle.
Stacy doesn't give a shit because
Right.
she's a bad girlfriend. So yeah,
Doyle
they're
doesn't want to say
developing this
goodbye to
bond.
Stacy. And then you've
Yeah,
got she hits him, and then or no, what happened?
because
What did you
he's
do? Nothing. I just so where were you going now at 4 a.m? And she hits him.
where were you just now?
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna say this just once. I'm leaving not because I shot someone. I'm leaving before I shoot somebody, okay?
Oh God.
I got an aunt in Valentina that smokes only cigarettes and has no guns. And then she asked, can I ask just one question before you go? Doyle, why were you locked up? And he says, I hit a girl. Why did you hit her? She hit me first.
Ooh.
And
And then
that's
she's
the way she smiles at him while she's holding her hand. I mean, you can tell that she realizes that he didn't hit her back. He stopped her hand from hitting him
yeah,
again, but he
Yep.
didn't hit her back.
yeah,
And she gets that he really is just trying to take care of himself here.
yeah. That he's not really violent. Like he's not, he's trying to do
He's trying to be
good
better.
and-
I just noticed that this is all going down at the bus station.
Yeah, I love that
I
bus
missed that the
station.
first
Very
time, too.
futuristic, very
Yeah,
not futuristic, but kind of like Art Deco kind of.
right.
The architecture is really cool.
Well, in those weird shaped chairs.
Yeah, yeah, egg shaped.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God, I hate those chairs. I've seen
I'm
so
not a
many
big fan
chairs
either,
shaped like
but
that. It's just awful.
oh, and then you gotta love it. The
yeah,
bathroom,
there
he
you go.
doesn't have to get up to fix it.
Yep.
Yeah, he can finally relax at his
Yep.
aunt's
Right.
house. I love
Finally
the aunt.
rest.
It's that American old lady, skinny old lady,
Right.
skinny old white lady. I love that. Like, just
Yeah.
yeah. I love these characters are just so beautifully observed. Love, 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 love. Bloody Jaime. I'm never gonna be as good as Jaime. I'm too old to even try.
And then we get to Gilbert's and the beginning of the Love and Rockets.
Oh yeah, this is funny. This must be because they got pissed off that Love and Rockets, the band, took the name. and
Or at
decided to
least they thought
say
it was
something
funny.
about it. Hmm.
I don't know if
think
they
they
got pissed
thought,
off or not, because it's
now
not
come
clear
on.
from the writing that they were pissed off.
Yeah.
I
Um,
think
for that
they
matter,
were
I love
because
the joke. I love the joke in here where they're talking about we had the name first. Yeah, we got it from some
that's
Mexican
right.
guys.
That's right. You stole the name from a world famous new music band. We had the
Right,
name first.
right,
That tells you everything.
right,
They're saying they took the name from us. They haven't
Mm.
even, yeah. That tells you everything. That's Beto saying we
right.
had the name, and these
Yeah,
guys
but
are
we
like
had it
famous
first. A
now.
couple of Mexican guys turned us onto the name tuna.
Yeah, that's right.
So in other words, they're admitting that they stole the name from the comic, and now the band.
Yeah, but you know,
Yeah, yeah,
that's Beto saying
yeah.
fucking Love and Rockets the band are, you know, they're uh that's not their name to take, you know, because the Mexican guys would have given it to a garage band in you know, Oxnard or something if they had the choice. You know what I mean? Like they're
Right.
saying that's more punk, you know, for them to, they would have preferred that. I don't know. That's the way I read it. It's like, I mean, I don't know if you, maybe there's an interview somewhere where they say, oh no, we loved it. I don't think they would have loved it. I think they would have been like, oh, motherfuckers.
The
Yeah.
biggest question is whether
Those
they liked
assholes.
the music.
I don't think so. Something tells me probably no.
I mean, there is a Love and Rockets song that they say is playing down here.
Well,
Says "I'm Alive"
oh,
by Love and Rockets UK.
oh, okay.
Ah,
But which one? Who's playing it though? Is it the Valley Girls? They, you know,
I think
the
it's actually
silly girl.
playing from the. I think they're implying that it's playing from the boombox.
oh,
Because that's the only music playing on
No,
the page.
listen. Is that I'm Alive they're playing? So it's in that last panel. She mentions the name. Oh, they've stopped.
Oh,
The
okay.
US English accents.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
So she
the
just thinks
girls.
that they're playing it inside.
Yeah.
I love this singing face.
yep.
Yeah,
1,
that's
2,
great.
3, 4.
And that girl with the really perky boobs is just
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah, like Jesus.
And they're just bouncing. Every picture of her titties are bouncing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
Do you have
Beto.
water balloons in
Like
there?
it's
Jesus
got,
Christ.
It's Beto.
but look
That's
at
how he rolls.
every and then little wiggly lines around her titties every
Yep.
shot.
Yep.
Like, my dude, I appreciate a good titty like the rest of the world, but
Well, I mean, she's clearly not
know.
wearing a bra.
Yeah.
that's not how gravity works, though.
When you're 15, like that, it does.
Fair. Fair.
Then gravity takes over, and then they're in your they're
And
by
I love
your
she's
Then it's never the same.
complaining. She's complaining about the Van Halen clone while her friend is dreaming about the Van Halen clone.
Yeah, I know, it's so cute. Oh, by the way, I love the on page oh shit 26 or page 2 of the story.
Right.
On the top left, the white the couple, the tennis couple.
The tennis couple.
You know, when I was growing
Well,
up,
and the runner in the background.
oh yeah,
Yep.
oh yeah. When I was growing up in El Salvador, I went to this school that was like an international school, and I had a scholarship. It was a very tough school to get into academically, and but a lot of the people who went there were quite well off. And a lot of them, they'll be like, "Oh, I play tennis," and I was like, "Oh, they look so fit," they were all kind of thin, and I wasn't that thin. And I used to dream of playing tennis. Anyway, when I came to Australia, I was like, "Well, this is more democratic here. You can just go to a club and get lessons." And I thought, "Oh, I'll learn to play tennis," and I went to one lesson, and the people that were learning, I was like, "Oh no, I can't hang out with these people." They were a bit like these people in this show. I was like, "Oh no." I was like, I love the idea of playing tennis as a sport, but the people is like, ugh. I went to one lesson. That was it. It was just like, ugh. So anyways, just funny because I look at them. They were just really, I don't know.
I love their
just look at those people.
Yeah.
Yeah, just look at those people and imagine me trying to fit in with those people. That was like, no,
The matching scarves, the matching socks.
Yeah,
shirts.
it was like, I'm not going to fit in. We're not going to socialize. So I gave up on tennis. Anyway, funny. So
do we actually does he bother to ask the girl's name? I don't think he does.
That's Riri. No, he did. Yeah, I'm sure. And it's funny because they met each other in an American in Palomar, didn't they? And
was he? Oh, that's
and they're both
right.
like,
He
I've
was
seen
down
you before.
in
Palomar.
He was.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of those dudes. He's one of the two surfer dudes.
Gotcha.
And he's like she sort of says, "Oh, I've seen him before," and
Right.
he says, "Oh, I've seen her before somewhere." Like,
See,
I'm sure I've seen her before.
Because wasn't he down there when the photographer guy was there?
Yeah,
I think so.
well, they were in human diastrophism. They were there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
They were the surfers.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
And it's cute that he develops a massive crush on her.
Yeah.
But then she gets home and
there's Marisela.
Yep.
Marisela.
Yep.
There's only one babe for me now. They're like Wayne's World is too.
Yeah.
Like I imagine him like the other guy, not Wayne, but the other guy, the blonde guy. Garth. Yeah. That's the way I see him, like Garth. Now, did Garth appear after this? What I want to know, because he looks a lot like Garth.
I mean, yeah.
This
Wayne
is something
and Garth before this, because this is 89.
This is
and the first Wayne's World. I should just ask my wife, Kelly. First Wayne's World. What? Saturday Night Live trivia that my wife doesn't know.
Oh.
I'm
1992 film, but
that's the film, before. But it started on
SNL.
Oh.
Been going on SNL for a while.
Wikipedia will probably.
That's where I'm headed.
Oh, film.
That's the film. I don't want the film. We want the. Evolved for a segment titled Wayne's Power.
1987. Okay.
On 1987. Roll, but that would just be Wayne. So it's like really similar.
Yeah, 1988,
1989. February 18th to 89.
But the human diastrophism
so
is
this actually probably came out right in there. Because the cover is signed Jaime 89.
Yeah, but this guy's been there before. Like, when did human diastrophism come out?
It came out in December of 89. But
Ooh,
you're right,
Yes,
the guy had been
but
there before.
yeah.
yeah, when did
Yeah. Yeah.
when did the two
That's a Dana
surfers
Carvey
appear?
question. Dana's always said that he based it off of his brother, but I think that was the mannerisms.
Hmm.
Hmm.
We have to find out
Yeah,
if Saturday Night Live writers were
I mean,
reading Love and Rockets.
yeah, yeah.
They seem to seem
Because
to
it's definitely
affect
a
the
bit
whole
of.
world. So now the letters page, and I'm not going to read
Oh,
the
we
letters out
love.
loud, but I do love that the first three letters actually come from only two people, because somebody wrote and signed letters to both Beto and Jaime.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
but the two men that wrote
Oh,
in,
it's one guy, one
uh,
person, Charlie.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
the two men that wrote in are really just kind of jackasses.
I love the title of the first one. They titled it "Notes from a Pink Bedroom."
Right, right. I'm
Like,
not going to read the whole letters. I'm just going to read the responses, because the first one is actually it's mostly just saying, "Oh, I don't buy Izzy because she doesn't act like a PhD. You called her a PhD." The
oh, you're
response
too
is,
hardcore
first of
lately,
all,
and you're
where
being
the
too
hell
dark.
did you get the idea Izzy has a PhD? Check your facts, guy. And you tell us when a PhD ever prevented anyone from attempting or committing suicide.
Yep.
As for listening to too much hardcore, lately, when or since when are the Beach Boys and Johnny Cash metal thrash? The
Yeah.
brothers. And then
God, that's beautiful.
the next letter is
Less miserable.
complaining about how it's all miserable, and can you give us something happy? And
Yeah.
I love Beto's line here, because he says someone who didn't have a miserable, depressing life. And that's like the most white privilege way to look at these
Yes.
characters. The
Oh,
idea
it's
that
so.
their whole life is
Yeah.
miserable and
Miserable.
depressing.
Yeah.
Beto's response was, none of my characters has had a miserable, depressing life. None. And I don't do requests.
Oh, he sounds pissed off.
Yeah. And then the other one, I'll give him credit for, noticing the Hank Ketchum influence, and really appreciating a number of the stories that we appreciate. But then he complains about wanting to know the definition of hippie, because it seems like they've got negative views of hippies, and I can't believe he includes greasers with punks and rednecks.
No.
And
I says,
headbangers.
I never hear you badmouth greasers or punks
Yeah,
or
but
nakeds.
so let's actually throw in the stereotypically racial group with the punks, rednecks, and headbangers. To which Jaime says, don't ever confuse our characters' tastes and attitudes with our own. We gave you the idea. We never badmouth greasers, punks, rednecks, or headbangers. But then the women pop in, and they're fantastic.
Yeah.
Their letters are amazing.
Yeah.
The one talks about liking the fact that the characters are aging with her. I know the Dunkin' Donuts parking lot that she's talking about. It's not there anymore. It's a Target now, but it's a famous Dunkin' Donuts parking lot on the corner of Belmont and Clark that
Uh-huh.
for years was the skate hangout, the punk rock hangout in Chicago.
Right, right,
There are like oral histories of that Dunkin' Donuts parking lot. I'll
right.
see if I can dig them up and send them to you, Maria.
Yeah, that'd
I
be
mean,
awesome.
for a town as big as Chicago, it's crazy that the parking lot of a Dunkin' Donuts, and not even like a big parking lot, it was like if it actually had cars in it, which it almost never did, it could probably fit like 10 of them, right? And it's like 200 feet by 100 feet. It's not as big as a football
Mm.
field, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
But it's like 2 blocks from one small music venue and like 4 blocks from another and 8 blocks from another. And it's right near an L station. And it was right
Mm.
near the store where you could buy all your leather and your Doc Martens and,
Okay, cool. Yeah.
all of that stuff. So, I mean, it was just like this. And I was, for the most part, too young for it when it was there and just too straight laced for it. Um, but it's also, like 8 blocks from Wrigley Field. So I walk by it all the time.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's not far from Chicago Comics, which is where I discovered Love and Rockets.
Mm,
Um, so yeah, I loved the shout out to the Dunkin' Donuts parking lot.
that's awesome.
Um, and then talking about getting into a conversation about a comic with a Frida scholar at the Art Institute,
Yes, with
and the ladies
Hayden
clucking
Herrera.
around saying stuff like, "What are you talking about? A comic book?"
Yeah.
Because I could just see that. I could just totally see that scene. You totally see. I know. Yeah, I know what she's talking about. Um, and then the final letter from a New Yorker, um, liking that she got into the or that they got into the politics, very
Mhm.
punk rock, prefers riots to protesting, which you gotta love.
Wow. Love
Spent
that.
time in Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Um, I love what she talks about. She's like, let's see. Also, I want to send you a tape of my band, but we don't quite exist yet, so that'll have to wait. Guitarist doesn't actually know about the band yet, but how could she not want to be in it? I know she will. And the drummer has never played a drum kit before in her life, but she's excited about it, and so am I, writing songs like crazy in my stuffy, hot apartment, playing my bass through the stereo and singing out of tune.
Hell yeah.
No, yeah. Maybe she did
Hell yeah.
end up in a band.
Um,
You
and
never know.
then, and this is like the perfect issue to wind up printing this, talking about, I'm surprised that you don't have any sex industry. And they kind of had the stripper stuff before, but they hadn't hit on it too hard yet.
Yeah.
But in this
And then
issue,
beautifully,
you've
yeah.
got the
Mhm.
Yeah, the two girls. Yeah.
right. So yeah. Um,
Cool.
I emailed you earlier, Maria, and we'll talk off air that I might need to send more emails. because
Yes.
because
Yeah.
because the when I read these letters, I got the same vibe I got when I read your letters. It's like, or your letter. It's like, I want to talk to these people.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hell yeah.
I want to talk to these people.
Yeah, we
Um,
also find out where they're now. Where are they now?
I may have already done the work,
Okay.
but we're not going to talk about it on air because that wouldn't be
Yeah, yeah.
nice.
No. Okay.
Um,
Cool.
for giggles, I did the work on the one of the guys. His name was just too common, but the other guy came up right away, and he looks exactly like I expected him
Like,
to.
right, right.
Oh,
I so didn't want it to fit the stereotype that well, but it really
God, that's
did.
funny.
Oh, that's funny.
So, any final comments? Favorite panels?
No, favorite panels.
Favorite
Favorite
panels.
panels. Now, ooh.
I know my favorite. It's what is that? Page 13. Is it 13?
Well, at page 13.
Oh, it's in the first story. It's Luba enraged, beating up on this guy
I
with
think
the
you and
lightning
I
bolts
might
coming
have
at
the
her
same
head.
one.
I fucking love that panel. I love
The
how so
the rage beating up or the first hammer.
the rage beating up.
So the I've got it up. The middle panel in the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm
I
going with
just
that. I'm
love
going with the wielding the hammer for the first time. But
I
they're
love how you
both.
can so clearly feel, not
Oh
only
yeah.
see, but you can feel how pissed she
Well,
is.
and you were talking about the bouncing boobs and the lines in the later
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Look at how
I know
around
she's
her entire
trembling.
body you can see
Yeah.
the trembling.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like you can see this absolute rage. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my favorite panel, I think it's the Las Monjas Asesinas, the first story, the Maggie, the first 4 panels, and the last panel of Maggie
Yeah.
freezing, and then that wah, and her eyes just say everything. It's just hilarious. I love that panel. And just how graphic it is, like just half her face, her hair, the sound above taking over the space. I think it's just an amazing panel.
Thing.
Page 1, basically.
Page
Yeah.
1.
He
Oh,
was
the
so
top
nervous.
4
Yeah,
panels.
yeah, and that last panel and that those top.
Maggie
Yeah,
tries
the whole.
to sing.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
amazing. That's
It
a
is.
beautifully done panel. Very simple, but it's just comic book gold right there. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot here. There's so many, like that first sequence of Doyle with the toilet.
Oh yeah.
That's
I mean,
just great.
I mean, I know that we're getting like repetitive, but they just get better and better and better.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't understand somebody who feels like they've got the courage or the cojones or the idiocy to write into them and try to say that their stuff before this was better and can they go back to
I know.
It's so rude.
I know.
And it's just not true.
No.
As good as that stuff was, they get better.
Yeah.
They build on it. Yeah. I mean, I even now I feel like they blow me away. Are all of my favorite stories the newest one? Not necessarily, but I never feel like they're going backwards.
No.
I never feel like, oh, go do this again. And even when they do kind of revisit something, Jaime gets more sci-fi again. It's like, oh yeah, this is kind of cool. We haven't done this in a while. It's like the timing's always just right.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how with so near perfect of a comic. I mean, I can think of also, and that's why, I mean, I loved your letter. I loved the 2 women who wrote in here. It's not that you didn't make commentary on what they wrote. It's not that you didn't ask questions or add to the discussion. I mean, you can write a lot without saying, I like this, but you thought doing about this or but this part wasn't as good, or you were better here.
Mm-hmm.
Or this other guy's doing this. Have you considered doing that?
And yeah, just sweeping statements about suicide, and people don't do that.
Well, yeah,
like,
no, I was.
What do you know?
infuriated by that part, because I'm sitting there going, I've got a ton of experience with suicide. And after this, and first of all, no, you don't always wind up in a hospital after a suicide attempt. You wind up in a hospital after a suicide attempt if you were successful enough that you had to go to the hospital, if you have the necessary insurance that they'll keep you there.
Yep.
If you have the family that supports you and your mental health well enough to take you there, if you didn't need to go there to save your life. I mean, there's so many people who make real attempts at suicide and don't wind up in hospitals, even today.
Yeah.
But certainly there. And for that matter, no, I don't remember any point where Izzy was described as a PhD. But even if she was, that's actually the community that would be most likely to hide it. The smarter you are, the more affluent you are, the more prestigious you are, the less you're willing to let people know that you had a moment of what you feel is weakness, what they might look at as weakness. Yeah.
Like when he says the themes presented in number 29 and 30 have been poor ideas because they're not creative, they're destructive. You're not doing romantic drama, you're doing studies in deviant behavior. Who is this guy?
Yeah.
That's why he said, like,
we'll talk off the air. Because I don't want to go that far. There's a reason we didn't even read their names. I mean, it's not like they're not public knowledge, but but
you have to look it up if you want to know.
But if you want to know, you gotta figure it out on your own.
Okay. Anyway,
So why don't we wrap it up and then we'll talk for a few minutes. For Marisol and Maria, this has been the Love and Rockets Book Club on 22 Panels, and we will see you after the next page.
Ciao, baby.
Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22panelspodcast.